Okay, so I forgot what I want to say. Oh yeah, so this is just a very simple tutorial on setting up your development environment for developing JAX-WS, or mainly known as Jakarta Application Web Service or something. Well, you get the point. We're going to create something archaic, which is called a soft framework, which is a web service using JAX-WS, and in here we are going to use Visual Studio Code as our main editor. So in here I'm not going to use any integrated development environment or IDE, such as IntelliJ, or how do you spell or pronounce it, and also NetBeans or Eclipse. So we are going to use Visual Studio Code, which is something that probably already familiar, that everyone already familiar with, especially in this era, to 2020. Okay, so the very first thing that you need to do is actually to create a folder. Well, you can say that you need to create a folder, but it's more into creating a project for your web service. This is in here that you're going to use Java web service. So in here that I'm going to create a folder among all of the folders that relates to my assignments on college. What have we have been doing this. So let's say that we are going to make a project called Java web service, and let's open this in Visual Studio Code. Open folder. Oh shit. Let's see on Java web service. Nah. And after you open this, uh, I will just assume that you already have Java environment installed and configured such that if you open up the terminal and write typing how to say Java version, yeah, you got a list of the Java version already installed in your computer and already used in your already used or pointed by your environment variables. So assuming that this is already done for you, and also Java, I guess. Okay. If you have these two things already set up, then well, I think it's already good to go. And the next thing that you need to configure up is to actually install several Java extensions for Visual Studio Code. Which is in this, I'm using the Java, how to say, Java extension pack. This is a Java extension pack. Like, there's several extensions inside. And the thing that I'm going to point out is Maven for Java, because we are going to create our server. We're going to create our projects using Maven for Java, because Maven is pretty good in order to manage the dependencies and also the executables, and also to actually clean, compile, and build and package the entire project. So let's just jump, I guess. Well, in here I need to actually enable the extension for this workspace. I don't want to enable it for the entire, like for the on the global context, because it kind of makes my laptop laggy. But well, yeah, I'm just going to enable it if I'm going to work on Java projects. So after that, after you enabled it and Maven Java is enabled, you will have like this accordion menu below, and well, just simply just click it and then click this plus button, because it's going to create Maven project. It's very self-explanatory. And in this step, just pick some, well, I don't know, several archetypes. Well, archetypes in this context is like a project template, which is that if you want to make a certain project that probably focus into a certain scope or a certain field, like in this example that there is this Maven React.js blank archetype. Well, this is an kind of a template for you to create a Java project which is going to serve a React.js React.js project for the front end. But in here, I'm just going to use my Archetype quick start because, yeah, just like what it said, it's a quick start, and it's pretty fast, I guess. Okay, and in this section, I'm already inside the Java Web Service folder, so I'm just going to leave anything and then select the destination folder because it's going to just point to the current destination folder we're in. And it's going to start to actually create the project and generate project in interactive mode, which is that they are going to ask us several questions about the project. Define the value for the property group ID. Well, in here we'll just go with how to say it, the base class of your of your project. It's like you have been working with Java files before. You have like this one liner on the very top of your file, which is called package, and then yada yada yada. Well, that prefix for the package is going to be defined in this field, the group ID. I'm just going to be simple, just put AU, and then the artifacts ID will just say web service, I guess. Version snapshot. Well, just leave it. Yeah, just yes everything. And after that, you will have like this folder made for you, which is gonna contain the web service thingy. Now, okay, so if you actually go inside the folders, you will have this app class and the Java, which is already have like, oh, this folder contains Java. We to import them. Yes. So well, it's just like a pretty simple Java project with the hello world, well, the famous hello world. And if we are sorry, if we are going to if you're going to turn this into a package, that is to say, to compile it and make an executable jar file, it goes as simple as mvn package, and it will just create a package for your Java project. But sadly, there is something wrong. Oh, there's no POM file. Oh, I'm not inside the folder. Just simply that service, then package. It will just go adding several stuffs, doing several stuffs like doing tests and building. After it will is success, there will be a generated folder which is target, and inside of this there is actually a file called web service, where it directly relates with the artifact ID. So the artifact ID actually points out to the project name that you currently have, and the group ID is like your company name. Yeah, you can say it's like that. It's like when you're working with line application, like home.naver.gp, well, something like that. And in this section, if you are going to try this, we're just going to actually put a jar, Java, and you can use the jar command, and what yeah, target web service, I guess. So we go. Oh, there is no manifest attribute. Well, why is this happen? Because inside of your POM file, inside of this Maven jar plugin, there is like no configuration or whatsoever regarding what regarding how the heck things are going to be packed, or how the things are going to be jarred inside of this project. So we can actually go as simple as Maven jar POM main class. Well, I've been sourcing this beforehand because I've been struggling with this problem. And yeah, just go as simple as add this configuration part, and add this part, and then for the fully qualified main class, start with your own group ID, which is I'm going to tell before with AU, and then the name of the main class that you want to serve. This is app.java. App.java is the class app, and it has the main function. So well, this is actually qualified main class. So just use, if you want to use that class, just write up your fully qualified, fully qualified main class. And if we yes, and if we package this back again, and then run it, well, it will just run the hello world program. Now this is just a simple example, but we are going to we don't talk about this, right? I mean, this is like for the assumption that you don't really have any experience working with Maven or whatsoever. So the thing with Maven is that if you want to add some dependencies or you want to add something like external libraries, which includes the Java WS or the JAX-WS web service stuff, it's not available for all the default Java dependencies. So you are going to need to manually add the JAX-WS dependencies. And I've been doing this beforehand, and I have made several how to say, like, I have been using like several dependencies, and I'm not going to bother into actually searching and Google it again. So I'm just going to use this information that I've gathered for now. So just use this API and for the runtime and for the annotation, yes. And this three dependencies is all you need in order to make the JAX-WS web server service. But I'm going to actually add several oh yeah, also this. But I'm going to actually add several additional dependencies, which is going to relate on packing things up, like packing all of the dependencies inside the one executable jar file, because sometimes when we have this jar file and we transport it into another system, there's like a possibility that the jar file doesn't want to actually compile or to run, because there is like missing class definitions, and that's because the dependency is actually missing from your workspace or missing from your system. And it's kind of inconvenient because it's going to make the other person or the system administrator or another person that going to use our jar file going to need to install the dependencies by themselves, and we are not going to do that because that's going to make things very inconvenient. So I'm going to use these plugins, which is the ABC Maven Shade plugin. This plugin is actually going to package all of the dependencies that are being used by the by your project into one single jar file with all of your programs. So it's going to, well, yeah, in majority of the cases, it's going to solve the problem with missing dependencies and something. And also for this example, I'm going to also demonstrate about creating a web service that use MySQL as the database. Yeah, so just use this. You can probably search up in the Maven repository beforehand. I'm just going to copy paste this because I'm pretty lazy with this. Yes, and then after that, probably Maven install is going to actually download the plugins. Not plugins. It's going to download the dependencies beforehand if you haven't have the dependencies. The next thing is, well, it goes as simple as to create the how to say, the configurations for the each plugins. Like for the example, the assembly plugin, yeah, there is this thing. I've already made that one. Oh, I think I haven't put it in Java Server API, Java okay. Let's see, do I have the assembly plugin? Yeah, I don't have going to just copy this one. What else? Also this, the Maven shape plugin. Yeah, I think it's just only those two. Let's put it below this part. Also use the same plus. Alright, let's try this one again. Maven install. Probably Maven package. It's not Maven package anymore actually. Now, in this step, if you have reached this step, then you're not going to actually use Maven package anymore, or you can probably, I don't know, but from the tutorials I've been reading, you're going to actually use the command mvn clean compile and then put the assembly single, because you want to create a single assembly from this. And yeah, just hoping that everything should be working correct, and it's going to, well, just what I say, it's going to put all of the dependencies that it's going to use, it needs into that one single jar file. And if you are looking for the generated jar file for this, it's going to size for like 17 megabytes, and that's pretty normal because it contains all of the dependencies that you need to use. Okay, so by this tab, we already have all the things that they configured, and now it's going to the part where we actually create the web service by ourselves. So by this part, we are going to create a new folder inside of our root folder. Well, the root folder is not actually the main folder or Java folder, is the root folder, like the same name of the folder that you put as the group ID when you are creating the Maven project. And let's just call this folder services. Yes. And inside of this, I'm going to create 3 files. Not really 3 files. So I already make 3 files. Okay. I'm just going to create 2 files for now, which is probably chocolate chocolate service Java, and also another one I'm going to set this as interface, and then another one is chocolate service implement. I'm not going to use the implement all of the thing, well, just abbreviate it. Just make it short, put it Java. Yeah, I'm following the name convention of a certain tutorial also. Put this as the class. So inside of the chocolate service, we are going to actually import several packages, which is Java and JAX-WS, and then web service, I guess. Yes, it's web service, and then import JavaX, annotation. Is there an annotation? I'm just going to make this, and then we're going to declare this as a web service, and then what's this document file? I kind of forget. I'm going to quickly see of my previous project. That. Yeah, of course I'm just going to reuse all of it. Oh, it's soft binding. I'm just going to copy all of this thing. Nah, we want to use soft binding. It's going to use the style of style.document, because we want to create document service remote procedure call or RPC service, and in this field we are going to declare several we're going to get some the annotation of web method because we are going to make this turn this into a simple web method. So just call this probably public chocolate chocolate database. Yeah, yes. And also there's like another thing web method public cubic string add chocolate database. And in this I'm going to just make it simple. Here I'm going to get a string the name of the chocolate and also the value of the chocolate. What the price of the chocolate. And we're going to go into the search implementation and we're going to implement the set interface. And in this part, we are going also to use the web service notation and declare the endpoint interface. This is going to point out into the interface of the chocolate service. So this is how we will service the chocolate service. Now that's why that I'm declaring the chocolate service because it's going to be it needs to be used in this part. I don't really actually understand why it does this because I'm just following it, but well, hey, it works. Okay, the next thing is to actually implement all the methods that we have been declaring as the abstract methods here. So we'll just go by declaring this. We're just going to copy paste this and change it into override because we're going to override this. And let's add the declaration of this. Now, when we are talking about database, then we actually need to work with the database. So when working with database in Java, you actually need to import all of the things that relate to the database, which is in this case I'm going to interact with SQL database. So I'm just going to import Java SQL. I'm going to import everything, just put the asterisk mark on that. Now on this place, I believe that we are good. We need to actually create the database connection. So let's start with probably creating a new database handler file, a class for handling the database. So let's say call this the DB handler Java, and let's just create a class. And in this, I'm going to actually import the SQL and different several fields by connection. Yeah, I think it's just that. Public DB handler. Yeah, we're going to make a constructor of this, and also we're going to make a getter for the connection. Public connection, get connection, return this connection. Now for the public, the DB handler, actually I'm going to actually create another private fields, make it static, private static string DB rel, and this one I'm going to use my own database, which is MySQL on localhost, and the name of the database is, well, because it's regarding to my big assignments, tugas besar, so I'm going to just put the name of the database is regarding to that database. This is really factory. Now, because we're going to use Java, and Java has their own kind of driver, and the driver is called JDBC, probably Java database connection or something. And because we're using that, we need to actually add one more thing beforehand, which is JDBC ABC, and then add another column, and then for another thing we just got to declare another static strings. Username. Really fuck. Why put static string? Password. Yeah, it's just like the same as the database name I've been using for my assignments. Okay, and after that, we actually need to create the connection. Is in this probably give a try and catch, because sometimes things just can go wrong, especially when creating connection towards the database. The database could be bad or something, but I don't know. And as this, I just want to make the stack place. I'm not going to actually handle everything. I'm kind of lazy. Okay, for this, use the connection. I forgot what the thing that we're going to actually use. Yes, it's going to call the driver manager, and then get connection, put the DB URL, DB username, and also the DB password. And after that, we already have this connection, and I think that's all you need, probably. Yeah, that's all you need. Just get a logging file, logging line. And we're going to use this instead of this. So we have a look. And we're going to put a statement. It's going to be a statement, I guess. Oh, get connection. Oh, just make the connection first. Wait, the song is over. Oh no, I like the song. Let's go with the second one, I think. Okay, this is what I love the most. Okay, after that we create a statement create statement, and in here you can actually create your own SQL syntax or string SQL, which is going to be well, create table if not exist chocolate, and let's make ID integer not more primary that's all I think that we need to do, and after that we want to actually call this SQL statement. We have to use that by calling the statement and execute. You can actually execute query, but you can also use execute update, and then suggest to use execute update because it's going to give us the return value, which is the return value is kind of like well, it has their own definition. Like it's either one, if it's either the raw count for the SQL data manipulation language, which is like the amount of number of rows that are affected, I guess. And also 0 for SQL statement that return nothing, which is the database definition language. Something like the create table, author table, well, you know that. And then contain this, save this into your account. Wait, what's wrong? Oh, SQL exception. Throws. I'm not going to actually put throws exception. Well, just let wrap this in try catch. Catch exception E. Then stack trace. Return something went wrong while defining table and a dot get message. But this all of this inside the try catch block. Return with return value count, and by that we already create our how to say, what the heck is this? Oh yeah, the function or the service. And the next thing is the add chocolate. I'm just going to actually copy all of this and going to actually change this into insert statement. Well, you know lah ya, insert into chocolate with the columns of name and price, values of, because the name is in string and the price is not a string. I'm going to actually use the format string to make this seems pretty nice, I guess. For the values, yes, let's make this person s for the person string and for the price because it's number person b. And then string formatted SQL is going to be string dot format the SQL and then of the arguments name and price. And to actually execute this format SQL and just change this. Now we already defined our web service, but how to actually use the web service? We are going to actually create how to say, to declare an endpoint for this, and in which we are going to use import JAX JAX-WS which is endpoint. There's something like endpoint, I forgot. I'm going to see it again. XML-WS. WS endpoint. Okay, that's it. Endpoint, and then oh my god, okay. Lemah, I clicked the wrong button, misclick. Okay, and in this I'm just going to actually how to say, endpoint publish with the string address, let's say HTTP localhost with the port 9999 web service, and let's call this web service as chocolate. And for the implementer, we're going to call to reference the class that are that implementing this service, which is the chocolate service. We're going to just uh, declare it, create the object on the fly, chocolate service implementer. Yeah, I think that actually did the job, and I think that's all. In this place, we can actually try to npm compile assembly single. Well, it should be it should be doing well. Yeah, now it's adding all of the dependencies inside. Okay. Now let's try to test this. Oh, what was it? Oh, okay. Java jar target web service. Ah, now it has additional name compared to before. Oh, okay. There is error. Plus our service chocolate service could not be found. Now, why that it could not be found? It's on the where is it? Ah, I think import our service. Probably going to just import everything. Yes, it should be doing that. Let's try it once again. Yeah, the thing about this is that it's going to work very slow because it's recompiling everything, and Java regarding Java with compiling stuff, it's just pretty inconvenient. Like, you don't have the luxury of having everything become hot reloaded. Oh, that is out. Some service call not be found. Oh, what happened? Oh, so actually that what is inside. Yes, it's just loaded inside. Okay, progresses, and then it should be okay. Oh yes, update the pump file because stuff services. Other one that services. Now let's try it once again. Now it should be working. If it doesn't work, then oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Let's just wait for it. Let's try this again. And what happened again? Ah, okay. It's just the same with before. Class out service chocolate service could not be found. And it's called on app with main Java. What? Was I putting like the right thing? I think I have. Let me see. Yeah, it shows like the same thing. It's all of the things that I'm working with or web service, and this one let's check, cross check with my previous stuff that I've been creating. Hmm. Hmm. I think it's more into writing. Chocolate service. Chocolate service. Word what? It should be working, but it doesn't work. Itu cara main gitu. Last out of service, the chocolate service could not be found. It should be easy to find. Was I declaring the wrong thing? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's check for the chocolate service. Yeah. Oh my god, I love this song. Where was it on here? I guess. I don't remember. Except I'm trade main something the service chocolate could not be found. Oh, was it because I'm trying to actually create a database, but I kind of forgot. Oh yes, this thing probably probably. Because you know this kind of stuff is pretty, how to say, frustrating, because like the problem with Java is that there's like lots of cases where you have like missing dependencies and something, and that sucks. Let's see if I'm going to finish this in 1 hour or less. Am I ready? Yeah, I'm ready recording this. Okay, then let's see again. What's wrong? Chocolate service could not be found. It's on Endpoint Factory Bird and Publish. Am I using the yeah, it should be. It wants class. I'm having an interface. Isn't it an interface? Ah, this is an interface. There's a class that implements this. So it's a simple one. Yeah, I think it should be. It should be working. Yeah, let's say that in this point that you get things right, probably just my misconfiguration of the, how to say, the things. Like I make create a pretty bad type of chocolate service. Did I spell it right anyway? I'm using the wrong. Yeah. well, if I'm going to actually see or show the actually working example of this, and it should be working in this one, and I don't think that I made another mistake in this one because I already tested beforehand. So in this is, well, we have the web service and blah 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 blah, and it should be calling into this the stop publisher, which is the publisher for this one. And if we are going to actually call the compiled file from this cd the target, it's not a target, JAX-WS, and then cd, oh yeah, just run the java jar target, and then JAX-WS. It should be running. Yeah, now it's running. Now, because we already have in my current project, yes, I'm like defining 3 endpoints. You can actually open each of these endpoints in your browser, and you can see that this is the web service that already variable with it. And for example of the WS web service for the chocolate, blah 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 blah, we already have this web service running, and we can test it by using SOAP UI. And if you are using JavaScript or probably a simple HTTP post request, you can just use Postman, and because it's a HTTP post request, then you can actually create the same request, same logic inside JavaScript. So we can use this SOAP UI, which is a tool to actually test out the SOAP. And for example, like for the web service, this chocolate service, I can actually see that there are actually 2 services available, which you can actually see inside the WSDL. Like there is this create chocolate DB and add chocolate, which is actually exists inside of the bindings. Create chocolate DB and also add chocolate. There's like 2 functions available for you to use. For the chocolate DB, going to create the database, like creating the table, and for the add chocolate, going to add the new entry inside the database. So for example, in this one, I already have like oh, no connection. Database really factory. What? Oh, use really factory, and then select all from chocolate. Yeah, there's like that. And let's say that I'm going to actually add new things. Let's say silver queen. The description buat orang kaya. Put the price 25,000. It's small stock, but actually lots of people that buy this and play the request. And it say that nambahan coklat berhasil because we already finished with the adding new chocolate. And when we see the chocolate, and there you go, there are already 2 of the things that already exist in the database. So yeah, actually that's like the thing that you can do when you're creating a SOAP, how to say, SOAP web service. You can like define the logic inside of the web methods, and inside each one of these you can connect it into database, or actually to call for another URI, or to call for another functions, and so on. So I think that this is actually a pretty basic. Yeah, this is a pretty basic tutorial regarding how to actually use WS. Yeah, but the web service Jakarta. And for the previous problem, I don't know why it happened, but I think it's mostly regarding the how to say it's mostly regarding of the string that I'm using, because probably I just have some misconfigurations regarding of this. Yeah, probably just that. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully that this can work as a uh, basic knowledge for you in order to actually start your own uh, Java web service using JAX-WS. And yeah, I hope that you can actually succeed in pursuing what you want with this architecture technology. Yeah, okay, that's all. See ya.